Let us go for other scenario. This scenario is also very important to us, okay, very important to us. What is that means? The entire thing will be like this. Let me take up all these things, okay, and other scenario, last scenario, and after that we'll be going for some other new concept in this one, okay. Try to observe what is the other scenario means. You have to be good in memory representation, otherwise you will get cheat by all, okay. Now what is the other scenario means? See here, at instance, at class level I am going to create what? One instance member of type learning, okay. See here, learning, L is equals to learning, okay, and this is what at class level. Within the static method, that is main method, I am going to create what? A new synchro, okay, new synchro dot start. Nothing, these things I am not creating anything here, please don't get confused, it's very important, please try to focus. And other one is what? A new synchro other thread, okay, will do even memory representations. And within the run method I am going to call directly on on LM1 method, okay. Now what is going to get happen? Don't get cheat, it's very important, memory representation is very important here. Let me put that one here, okay. Now let me take even these things, okay, even these things, okay. Now let me put the same piece of code here also, okay. Try to observe, and let me take up these arguments, okay, these and all plain arguments, okay. Try to understand, guys, okay. Let it be as what? Learning, okay. Learning, L is equals to new learning, okay. Now what is going to get happen? This one is very important. So because of this, but first static control flow, as part of static control flow, main method is going to get execute, right? Now what is going to get, what is going to get execute here? Instance is going to get create. Which type of instance? Synchro. So what is going to get happen in the memory? First synchro instance is going to get create. Let it be, it is having one of the instance member, directly it will come there, okay. So what is going to get happen here? There will be one of the instance member of type what? L, of identifier L of type learning. So for this let it be, we have created one of the instance. What is that? Learning, okay, learning, okay. Let it be, it is having one instance like 1 to A. That instance I am going to copy for this one. So this L is going to refer indirectly this instance only. That's very important representation, okay. Don't get why this fool is writing all these things. It's very important, otherwise you cannot clear, you cannot understand the higher technologies of Java, okay. Please try to understand me, okay. Now it is having no reference and it is having the reference, so it is going to refer this L is going to refer this instance, okay. Now let it be, it refers what? One of the thread. What is that? Thread 0, okay. Now what is the other one? What I am doing here? New synchro dot start. Once again one more instance for the thread is going to get create. Underlying object is what? Synchro. And here we are having what? One more instance. Why this instance? That is learning is going to be the part of instance. Instance members are always the part of our instance. That's why I am taking that one there. So this statement, it is what? Instance member. Okay, you have to be good in types of variables. Okay. Now see here, an object has been created. Okay, and let it be 34A, and its value will be as initially 34A, and it is going to refer indirectly this instance. It is of type what? Learning, okay. Now the same thing, whenever an instance has been created, with that all the instance services, all the instance services are going to get associated with it. Right now for learning, which is the instance service, of course we are not having any instance services, we are having synchronized instance service, so that is going to get associated at synchronized area. Let it be this one as what? Synchronized area, okay. So at this area M1 method is going to get associate, okay. Now this one, and the same thing for this one also, M1 method is going to get associate at synchronized area, okay. Now this method, this instance is going to get associate with some of its instance services. Which instance service we are having? Run method, okay, which is normal instance method. So think that it is not a synchronized area, that is dummy, normal instance area, asynchronized area, okay. Now here it will associate which method? It will get associate run method, calling L dot M1, okay. And now here also what is going to get append, I mean what is going to get associate? Run method having implementation as what? Lot M1. Please try to observe. Now we are starting two threads, right? This is what? Thread 1, right? This is what? Thread 1. So we are calling start method on each and every instances, right? On each and every instances, right? On each and every instances, right? Now what is going to get happen? Indirectly run method is going to get called on each and every instances, right? So what is there here? L dot M1 and once again L dot M1. So what is going to get happen here? Of course data inconsistency is there. Even though we have used the synchronized keyword, we are not achieving synchronization. That is very, very important. Don't get just by looking at the code, you should not give the answer. You have to do analysis, then only you have to give. Even if you are a bit slow, don't worry, but try to analyze the code for number of times. That's very, very important. Okay. Now let us see the same piece of code, just a matter of 1 minute. Okay. Now I am going to take what? Instead of these parameterized constructors, I am going to take what? Normal constructor, right? No argument constructor, okay? And what I have to take here? One instance member, and here I have to comment this one, right? Now what I am going to do here, I have to take, and one more thing, we have seen static member at class level, that is what? Learning, right? And we are now taking visiting guys, instance learning, okay? Instance learning, okay? Now this is the one, and each and everything is same. Now we are going to see what? Output will be as what? Output will be as what? This thread is accessing this M1 method, so it has to acquire the lock of this object. No need to wait, and this thread has to execute this M1 method. That is what? Synchronized method, right? This one synchronized method. Don't get confused. Okay, this is what? Synchronized method. This method synchronized public void M1 method is going to get associated with that one. So nothing is going to get happen. Data inconsistency will be there even though we are using the synchronized keyword. So no synchronization available to us. Please understand this one. Okay. Now there will be data inconsistency to us. Okay. Now let us go and compile this piece of code. Of course, R is already. Where is that? Let me comment this piece of line. Okay. Now compile it and run this piece of code. Inconsistency data. Even though you have applied the synchronized keyword. Okay. No need to check this one. And this is what our third scenario. Now let us go for other scenario, guys. Other scenario. What is that means? Of course, I was talking about instance level lock. Okay. So in order to execute a particular synchronized instance method, a thread has to acquire what? It has to acquire the log. I have said to you, if it is like a synchronized instance method, then only it has to acquire the instance log. What if the case, if there are multiple threads which are executing the instance methods, not synchronized instance methods? What if the case, if they want to execute the normal static methods? Okay, what if the case, what is going to get happen here? It is so simple. Just one example. No need to go for big example. Okay, big description. Okay, try to observe here. What I am going to do here is I am going to take let it be as it is. Okay, and we have done something here. And what is this? Learning, new learning. Okay, what is this? L and L. So we are going to achieve what? Synchronization. No need to worry about that one. Okay, what is this fourth case means? See here, everything is same. Okay, now what I am going to do here is I am going to take one more method. Okay, one more public. Okay, public void any one method. Let it be synchronized, asynchronized instance method. That is simply a plain instance method. Let it be any method. Okay, let it be like what? Run one. Okay, now system.out.println am run one. Okay, now think that within this run method, okay, within this run method, what is going to get happen because of this one instance with that m1 method has been associated, okay, and it is what having a reference as L, and what is this one, this synchronize, okay, synchro instance has been created for this one. This is going to get refer, and here it is going to refer what, one of the thread, right? Let it be like thread 0, and for this also one instance has been created. What is this? Synchro, and we are having one of the instance, it is going to refer this instance. So both the threads are going to access what, m1 method and the same instance. So data inconsistency is going to get arise. How we are going to resolve that one? By using synchronized keyword synchronization, okay. Now it is what, thread 1, of course done till here. Now run method is going to get execute. So as I said to you, in order to execute the synchronized instance member, only a thread has to acquire the lock. JVM will check, hello thread, did you acquire the lock of that instance to execute this method, like that. And of course, I'm sorry, this method should not be here, it should be here, then only it will be a perfect thing, okay, then only it will be as perfect. Think that in order to execute on this instance, it doesn't require any lock. We have to check on this instance. See here, m1 has been associated at what area? Synchronized area. Now I'm going to associate run1 method at asynchronized area. We are having some implementation. In order to execute this particular method, threads are not required to acquire the lock. That's very, very important, okay. Threads are not required to acquire the lock. I'm sorry for this one, okay. This code must should be here, okay. Now just close this, synchro class, okay, close this synchro, okay. Now try to observe this one, okay, try to observe this piece of code, guys. I'm going to take what, public void run1, okay, let it be like what, SOP of and run1, okay, run1 method, okay. Now this is what, a plain instance method. In order to execute this method by a particular thread, they are not recommended to acquire the lock. Even JVM will not check that one, right? Now let us look that one. So what I'm going to do here is, within this run method, I'm going to call L dot run1, okay, L dot run1. So what is going to get happen, do you know? I'm going to put here thread name. Let us check even the thread names, okay, then it will be fine for us, okay. Plus current dot, of course we cannot get current dot, thread dot current, okay, thread dot current method is what, current thread is what, static method in our thread class, okay. So it is going to give the even the thread name also, okay. Now don't put this statement after, before this one. If you put that one, then the thread will be in waiting state, it will not get the chance. That's very, very important, okay. First it has to execute this method. I will tell, see here, if you put this particular method here, think that, okay, think that L dot run1, okay. Now two threads come here, okay, two threads were here, thread 0 and thread 1. Now thread 0 has acquired the lock, okay, acquired the lock. It is executing that method for 9 times. It is printing the data for the 9 times. Now try to observe here, thread 1 has come in between that one. At second iteration, think that at third iteration it come. It has to wait until the thread 0 releases the lock, and it will directly enter into the waiting state. There is no chance for this thread to execute this one. It is not our concurrent thread. If it is like re-entrant lock, we can make a thread not to wait to acquire the lock. We can make a thread to execute the alternative task. That is also we are going to discuss in thread locals. No need to worry, okay. Now this thread 1 will be in waiting state. After releasing the lock by the thread 0, it will acquire the lock, it will execute this method, then only it will execute this one. So what you have to do, you have to put this one prior, okay. That's very important. You have to be good in analysis. Please try to understand, okay. Now let me put this L dot, let me put this L dot run1 method prior to that one. So what is going to get happen here? So what is the output to us? What is the fourth scenario we are doing? Executing, what is that? Executing asynchronized instance methods. Getting? Executing asynchronized instance methods. What you have to think about this one? It is asynchronized instance method. No lock is required for the thread to execute that particular method. JVM will not check that one. Right now, there will be output as what? Normal thing. Whatever the thread which which acquires the lock, which get start first, it is going to, it is going to execute that one, but we can see the exact, we cannot see the exact output, but we can predict the what and all on the screen it will be. Okay, now what is that? I am run 1 by thread 0, let it be. Okay, thread 0, okay, priority and main. Okay, another one is what? I am run, okay, I am run thread 1 5 main, and it will be executing, that is this particular 9 types of iterations will be there, and after that thread 1 like that. This is, but these two things will be there, guys. Let it be, it will be coming first or this will be coming first, and remaining these two we cannot predict that one. Okay, but we are going to see almost the output like this only. Okay, try to focus this one. Okay, this is the proof to make you guys understand, in order to execute asynchronized method, threads are not required to acquire the lock. Okay, now at learning class I am going to put what? One method, which is that public void run one method. Okay, now try to observe this one. Okay, run one method. Now let me take one debug statement. What is that? I am run 1, right, and let me print that particular thread details also. Thread dot current thread. Okay, now try to observe this one. Within the run method of synchro, please call that particular or dot run 1. Okay, now or dot run 1. Okay, now or dot run 1. Okay, so it should be as what? Synchronized one. Okay, let me take this one within the, or else I will take this one as what? Static also works, right? We have seen that one. Okay, now please go and compile this one, because source code has been changed, right? Now execute this one. Okay, you can just check it here, thread 1 thread 0, and later we are having what? A regular output. Why? Because in order to execute the asynchronized instance methods, thread is not recommended to acquire the lock. That is very important thing. Okay, now let us go and discuss one more small thing, guys. Okay, one more small topic, one more small scenario as part of this particular synchronization.